Hello, and welcome to the next video. Now, I realize that if you're watching these videos in sequence, this video is going to immediately follow on from the previous one. I'll just tell you it's actually been about a week since I recorded the last video. We've been held up by other stuff. So it might take me a few minutes, and if I repeat myself from the last video, excuse me. So we were going to begin advertising our squeeze page and sending some traffic through it so we can get an idea of just how successful the squeeze page was, whether or not it was converting paid traffic into people on my mailing list who I could then, suggest offers to, etc. Okay, so we're going to learn all about Google AdWords. Okay, here you can see I actually have an unusual arrangement. This is why I haven't made a video for a week, and I have to use a dongle for the internet. So you're going to see me connecting and disconnecting here. You'll have to excuse me. I won't make you sit through it. I'm just explaining if you see me doing this on the screen. It's kind of a temporary measure to get to the internet. So there we go, connected. So we're going to google.com/AdWords. And again, this may account for why it's a little bit slow, because it is, after all, mobile internet. So I'm going to log in with my I may have mentioned I have several accounts. I'm going to log in here. You can try that. Oh, just have to pause. Okay, we're back. You're going to be seeing this page a lot. I've turned the images off, but you'll be seeing this page a lot as you become an affiliate marketer. So this is where you log in. Don't lose your email and password. Okay, so we're logging in. And here we go. We actually may have left off here during the last videos. Yep, there we go. We have detected that you are using an older web browser. Okay, so they're telling me to upgrade. None of your ads are running. Now, what I'm seeing here may be distinct from what you're seeing, because I actually already have an account. I think when you first sign up for Google AdWords, you'll see something different. You'll see a little bit more. So bear with me. I'm going to turn the images back on. Don't worry, we'll get into the flow here. We'll get into the flow. Okay, the images have been turned back on in Internet Explorer. Now, up the top left, you might see it's called AdWords. You may have heard of something called AdSense. AdSense is kind of the other side of the coin. That is the program you use or you sign up with if you're interested in showing advertisements and getting paid. In fact, many people who go on to affiliate marketing that I know, I'm the same, actually began with the AdSense program, and they put a little banner on their website, and every time someone clicked, I got 1 cent. Sometimes you got outrageous fees per click, sometimes in the range of dollars per single click. It was still very slow, and I think after 3 years of working with AdSense, I made all of $100, which is about the same as 5 affiliate sales as an affiliate marketer, but I sort of got a taste for that. So don't get confused between AdWords and AdSense. Now, I have already used AdWords. Here, you can see there's clicks. This is a kind of graph of time versus clicks for a campaign known as Expertiva. This is where we have to start getting into terminology. Think of a campaign, think of a war. Might have several campaigns. You may, how you dedicate campaigns to what is up to you. You might have a campaign for my website. You might then create a new campaign for your affiliate marketing. You may create a new campaign for every website you own. There are no hard and fast rules. Expertiva happens to be the name of my father's business, and we were just doing a little experiment here. As I say, I have several AdWords accounts, and this is the kind of most blank, so it's most appropriate to show you. I want to show you something that's quite similar to what you'll see. So, where to begin? AdWords up the top right, you see my email address. You can email me if you want. There's no way of hiding this, but don't expect a reply. It's kind of a spam email. Announcements, I'm going to ignore that. You can usually ignore it. Help, sign out. Now, this is where everything's happening. We've got home, campaigns, opportunities, tools and analysis, billing, my account. Campaigns is kind of like the war room. So all of the advertisements you're running are found here. Don't be frightened off. Now, every campaign has one or more ad groups. Now, that makes sense. Your ad group may have one advertisement in it. That's quite a small ad group. Or it may have several. Your campaign may have one ad group, or it may have several. But you can see here, campaign name, Expertiva, ad group 1 and 2. And I was sort of had two ad groups battling each other, both for the same, as kind of the same campaign, both for my father's business. And then if we go to ads, you can see that each ad group actually only had one advertisement. So think that top down, you have a campaign, you may have several ad groups, you may have one ad group, and within each ad group you may have several ads. Just don't get too hung up. It can be a bit confusing here because they're all jumbled up, but just think of that as a kind of hierarchy. Ad group 2, ad group 1. The campaign they belong to is paused. So I've gone, once the experiment was done, I went here and paused the entire campaign. So every ad group and ad underneath that campaign was stopped. You could pause individual adverts or delete them if they weren't working, or you could add new adverts. Just be aware of the kind of hierarchy, or I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. Just be aware that there's a kind of a 3-tiered structure, which will become useful later on if you're running lots and lots of adverts. Okay, now if you go on elance.com or you even know anything about web design, you will probably be familiar with the fact that some people make a living simply from managing Google AdWords. It's a very complicated system. There's a lot you can learn. There's a lot going on under the hood. It's not as simple as simply creating an advert and say, run with this. You really can be taken to town if you're not careful. And I know that certainly my first experience with Google AdWords, I put down a lot of money and nothing was optimized. The ad copy, that's the text in the advert, was poorly chosen. You really can bleed a lot of money with this. And here you can see I have quite a strict budget of £10 per day for a short test. That was just me dipping my toe in the water with this, because if you have a budget of £100 per day and you're commanding 50 pence per click, that money really can disappear quickly. That works both. Oh, and on the other side, infuriatingly, you can really be wanting to absolutely throw traffic at a web page. I mean, you'd be very happy to have thousands of visitors a day at great expense, and sometimes the traffic just does not come. Google doesn't send it your way. It seems it can work both ways. It can be the traffic and cost can be too slow, or it can be too quick. There are controls. You just need to know going into this that it could almost be described as gambling, a certain and eventually predictable type of gambling, but there is the possibility that you can put money on this and not make it back. And that, if you're not aware of that, that can scare people off. In all honesty, the campaign we're about to create and run, there is every chance that it won't be profitable. I'll send some traffic to my John Andrew Cameron squeeze page, and I will not profit from that. I may come very close to breaking even, and most people would then be tempted to turn away and say, well, this is a waste of time. But then what if you increase your opt-in rate from 1% to 2%? That might tip the balance into it becoming profitable. It's all about optimization and these small tweaks, and people who do this for a career know exactly where to look. So don't be scared off, just proceed with caution. Very powerful. Just have to know what you're doing. So we're going to take our time here. I mean, if anything matters, if anything is worth taking your time with, I've kind of advocated an approach of getting things done as quickly as possible so far. If it's worth taking your time, it's worth taking your time here, setting up a campaign before you put any money down, any serious money. So we're going into 11 minutes. Let's pause this video. I will see you in the next one.